Please.
Thank you. And I want to thank my colleague, Senator Gareth Ahern, for bringing in Cara today to shine a light on the brilliance of children that have autism. So well done to Gareth and well done to Cara. So this week, Leader, a site notice has gone up in Laytown area regarding the temporary planning permission for a period of 5 years for the development of an emergency temporary accommodation campsite on a site of 15.8 hectares near the Laytown train station. This development will consist of 569 two-bedroom single-storey homes. This emergency accommodation campsite will house approximately around 2,500 Ukrainian refugees in a village of only a couple of thousand itself. Needless to say, the plans have raised a few eyebrows. It doesn't sit easy with me. I am 100% against the development of any more direct provision-styled housing camps in this country. I believe that an even spread of refugee intake accordingly to the ability of the local area to adequately care for them is the best way forward. This seems to be a solution born of convenience, and not for the Ukrainian people who find themselves here, but for the government, to keep them all in one spot and make it easier to deal with them. I asked in this House last week, or a few weeks ago, about a centralised response to the crisis. I didn't mean centralising the people themselves. Under-delivering is a natural result of over-promising. This government's policy of an uncapped intake of people fleeing the Russian invasion will result in a reduced quality care and service for those who end up in this country. Ireland must do all we can to help, but a serious conversation must be had as to how much that is. We owe it to the refugees who have taken it to treat them properly, and putting thousands of them into a custom-built, segregated site falls short of that. All that being said, if government is insistent on pursuing this course of action, then it should be thrown up a few more temporary houses for every person in direct provision in this country. If we're going to be paying the fixed costs anyway, we might as well make a few more units and treat all our refugees equally. Leader, there's a 150-acre site there in North County Dublin in Thornton Hall that this state paid 30 million for. That's been rented out for €200 a month. Surely to God, we don't need to be geniuses to come up with solutions with regard to how we're going to build sustainable long-term housing for people that need it. Not only our refugees, but those on our social housing list, those that are for affordable housing. There's an area there ready to be built to make a small little town of. So practical solutions need practical ideas, and I'm putting that forward here today. Thank you.
Sharon Keogan this morning raised the planning permission for the 569 houses in South Meath. There's been a number of people on, not only to your good self but to me also, and I've made inquiries with the Minister as to regard the nature, the type and the infrastructural amenities that will be required for such a community, and once I have information I'll come back to you. But I certainly take your point about Thornton Hall. It's a site that I pass every single day. It's sitting there, it's got the best roads, the best lights, the best facilities, the best water, the best sewerage, and it is a town that's waiting to be built, and I'm not sure what we're waiting on, but anyway, that's another day's work.